So, you decided to create a mod with voices for Skyrim. Or maybe you wanna create a mod where some actors, famous actors from some movie are actually speaking. Well, for that you will need a couple of things. First, a dataset on which a neural network will train to mimic your voice, your desired voice. And also you will need to set up your neural network. Here I will try to explain it to you in the least possible time, so let's start. First of all, you're gonna need an XVATrainer. That's a program by a beautiful Daruta. Go ahead and endorse it. You can find it in Nexus Mods or in the description down below. I will leave a link. Also, you can find XVATrainer on Steam with the same name. It's your choice where you want to download the program. It's either Steam or Nexus Mod. Nevertheless, next you're gonna need to use Nexus Mod to set up your model. Because here is actually the thing. This program, which uses neural network by Python, it doesn't actually start training from zero, from scratch, because it will take a lot of time. It actually starts from pre-trained data for male or female voices, and also from pre-trained data based on one of, I guess, 20 or so languages. For some reason it is not included in the package, so you will need to download 2 parts of this model of together more than 30 gigabytes from Nexus. It will take a while, but you need those 2 archives as well. Optionally, you can install an OpenWhisper large auto transcription model to make your transcriptions in the future more accurate and also slower. We will get to that. Now let's say that you have downloaded the program. Go to the folder where you have installed it, and you're gonna wanna drop your downloaded pre-trained datasets into the corresponding folder of your program. Here the creator actually notes that he has messed up the file structure, so this is one of the underwater stones, which if you just drop it as it is, it will not work. As you see here, the finished unpacked data should go to resources, up, Python, then XVR pitch and priors. But in the archive that the author provides, as you can see, it goes to resources, okay, up, and then straight to XY pitch. It misses the Python, so if you just unpack it as it is, XY pitch will not get into Python library and your model will not be able to train. The same problem is with the second part as well, so you can trust me on that one. And OpenAI model you can just drop as it is. It doesn't seem that he did mess up the structure as well. So let's imagine that you did in fact install XVATrainer and the patch for it via Nexus or either via Steam, and then you have indeed dropped the pre-trained parts from the Nexus first and second part into the right folder. Like, make sure that XVA pitch part of the archive goes into the Python. So now you have a working program, and after you start it, you will see just the custom dataset. And here you will see kind of not related stuff where the author wishes us good luck and I guess showing us some kind of examples how we can use it, the program. Anyway, this program lacks audio files, so let's start with creating our dataset. As the author states, we will spend most of our time just on creating and managing the dataset. Well, it really does depend on your computer, but we'll get to that a bit later. To create your own dataset, you just press the plus button on the top left. Here you will create your dataset. Now, for example, I wanna name this voice name. What is this? Chronic Partornax, and I will just add a name for my voice. For example, it's UA. Then the game code, here goes game code, it's actually the name of the game, and a game ID, and then game code. This is actually very important, as the author states here. Game code actually needs to be one of those that he has already thought of. So for Skyrim, you just put SK and don't ever think about it. For other game, you will need to actually check out what is the correct game code. As I understand, depending on this game code, the result of the model will implement well or not so much to a game. Now, okay, here the voice ID is created automatically depending on what you have already created. The compost ID will add an SK before that, and then a very important thing, you need to specify the gender of speaker, male, female, or other. I'm guessing Partornax is indeed a male. Here is a language code, you can add it accordingly. A language code is UA. And add yourself as an author. Now that is created, we can see that a new dataset has indeed been created. After that, please press on that add missing data, and for some reason you might wanna edit something if something is not right, and then you go ahead and click submit. This button should not be red. So now you have indeed a dataset. To see where exactly on your PC a new folder has been created, you click on open. Here you can see a new folder has been opened. This is a folder of your dataset, and here you can see a new dataset JSON created, which have just created by pressing this red button. Metadata CSV, which determines what you see here. For example, if you open it right now, we will be able to see that indeed we have just one line with no audio file and an example line as text. And here is a folder for our audio files. As we see, it is empty. So if we are creating a voice, we are using an existing voice for Skyrim, where do we take our voices? That's a silly question. We will take it straight from Skyrim. Now you go to your Skyrim folder, go to data, and here you can find among your other modes Skyrim voices, your language code, point BSA. BSA is a type of archive used by Bethesda to compress audio files and other files to save up the space on your computer, and I'm guessing to make it nice and organized. So first thing that you are gonna need to do is unpack your audio files from BCA file in any folder on your PC. For that, we are gonna need a program on Nexus Mod. Go to Skyrim Special Edition and look for BCA. Here you will find a Bethesda Archive Extractor. You just go ahead and download it and endorse it afterwards. I already did it. After you have downloaded it, it will look something like that. You just start it, drag and drop your desired voices in here. You will see that it does indeed has all the voices from the Skyrim. You press extract, like a folder in your PC where those will be extracted, and in a matter of, I'm guessing, seconds, it indeed will be extracted. I already done it, and I don't want to clutter my space on my SSD needlessly, so we'll see how it looks like. So from one BCA you have created a folder that is called, that goes like sound, voice, then it's sorted nicely by the type of DLC, and here you can find what are we looking for? And here it is, and we will go to this folder. What we will find? We will find 268 point fuzz types of voices. Those are point fuzz type files. Now, what are those? Those are again compressed or combined WAV files together with lip sync file that determines when the NPC opens mouse according to the audio. Don't you worry, after you have created your audio file, we will generate the lip sync accordingly. Now, to actually unpack .fuzz, you need another program from Nexus Mod, which is called Yakitori Audio Converter. So you go ahead, download it, leave an endorsement. Yep. And after you have downloaded it, indeed, what you will see is a program. You just go ahead and start it. And again, just like the last time, all you need to do is go to your place where you have unpacked all the voice types, find your desired voice set, select them all, and go ahead and drag and drop them to the program. If you cannot, just change input format to .fuzz. And after that, you will successfully be able to upload them to the program. Then you change output format to WAV, because the training model actually uses .wav audio files to train. Each of these .fuzz is one line of dialogue with a lip sync. Here you choose ignore lip mode. Here you choose where you want these files to be converted to, and you just go ahead and press convert. I will not drop all of it, but you should. I'm just using this as a test. And I go ahead. Now you have seen that I have created a new folder, Parturnax, very unconventional folder I have created here, and you can see that indeed we do have WAV files here. Now, if you have for some reason did not choose ignore lip here mode, what you will see is something like this. Your audio files will be mixed with lip sync files. Now, if this happens, just press with the right mouse in here on the top of your window, choose type and sort it by type. Then you can just go ahead and delete all of this lip sync file. Again, if you really need this lip sync, you can just extract it again, or in our case we don't need it at all. We'll create it, generate it like from scratch. So let's return to our place and check.
Многие века я учил пути голоса, и многие века до того я учил использовать ту.
Now, after we have indeed created our set of audio files, it will look actually not like 5 files, well, optimistically, because the more datasets you have, the better your model will be as a result. But you can see that each .fuzz type file has been converted into a .wav file, which you can actually listen to. Now, if you don't understand a word, it is not English. Now, what next? Next, you go to your XVATrainer, you choose your dataset, you click on open, and here you just go ahead and drop those newly created WAVs into your WAVs folder. And after that, you will be able to see that those audio files have indeed been uploaded to the program. You can
Но нет, Тавакин, больше никто не приходит сюда за знаниями.
Now what are we missing is the interpretation of this audio, and this interpretation you can just place it by hand if you press near any of this audio, and you can just listen to it.
Но нет, Давакин.
And place it yourself. And don't forget to press save afterwards, otherwise it will not save at all, as you can see. So, as I've said, the bigger the training dataset, the better the final result will be. In this case, it will be quite not easy to create the interpretation for each one of these files. So, for that, the beautiful and genius author has created an auto-transcribe feature. You just go ahead and click these buttons and go to Transcribe, choose a model which you would like to use to transcribe our audio, choose a language accordingly. And then after that, again, depending on this model, the larger the model is, the better the result will be, but it also will take longer. Now go to open input directory. This will lead you to transcribe input, and it will have it will have nothing. And here the folder will be empty. Why is that, and how do you fix it? Into this folder transcribe input you will need to copy, not cut, your audio files, desired audio files. Now after that you don't go anywhere, you just press run tool and wait for the result. And now we will just wait, and I will continue when this transcription is over. My 500 audio files list has been transcribed in about 1 hour or so. So prepare for that. Maybe you have a better PC, I don't know. Now that I'm finished, let's see. Let's open output directory among our many files, and here we will see a metadata.csv with all of the transcription. If it's not English, it will look something like that, kind of scary, but do not worry, it will work just fine with the program. Now what you are wanna do is actually go to the XVATrainer, select your dataset. Here it is. Click on open, a new folder will appear of your dataset, and here from the output of your transcription you just go ahead and drag and drop and replace your metadata.csv. And in the actual program, after you restart it, you will be able to see that, and you will be pleased and delighted to see that it indeed has been transcribed. And you can go ahead and check this here.
Многие века я учу пути голоса, и многие века до того я учил использовать
Now, what is important to state here is that the bigger your training dataset is, the more of quality your final model shall be. Here a good 500 files is a good set. Now, if you have less than 500 files, what you might wanna do is put a life hack that I have been taught in college. You go ahead to your folder. Now then just go ahead, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V it to copy and paste it. You need to name it with something simple. Then you go ahead to your metadata, copy the existing file types, and here what is important is you add an accurate file name to your .wav file. Okay, So we have copy for the first, the second, and the third WAV files. And now you kind of have 3 more like audios for your dataset. It's like you double the amount here. It is the same, but it is not ideal for your training model, but it is many times better for your training model than just using 3 files as it is. Now, you will need to check that your dataset is actually accurate, so you might wanna listen to it.
Но нет, Давакин.
And if something is wrong,
Больше никто не приходит сюда за знаниями. Саран.
maybe you wanna like put a dot, not a comma, between those words or anything like that. It is important for you to change it, because you know your dataset needs to be accurate, or the final result will be impacted. And don't forget to press save, otherwise nothing that you have edited here will actually be saved. So let's imagine that you have indeed checked your dataset, every transcription is correct. So what to do next? You just go ahead, select your dataset and press train. Here you will see some options that you will need to check. First of all, you need to select an output path for your trained model. It might take some space on your SSD or HDD. SSD is in priority because it will be faster. Then what you wanna change is obviously change your voice language to the voice language that is your dataset, and also a number of QPU workers. By default it is 3. But what I have found out that while the result is more accurate with 3 QPU workers, it takes so much time. Like one stage could go on for days for my PC. Mostly it uses your CPU and RAM, but for some tough stages it does use your video card as well. So be prepared for that. Here I have changed once QPU to 4, and it did improve the performance by half, which is quite noticeable for me, because I don't have days to train a model for Skyrim. I have work to do and bills to pay. So press accept. Here you can see that your training model is ready indeed, so go ahead and press start. So your training shall start. Don't be frightened if you don't see any graphics whatsoever, they will appear eventually. Now, each stage might take from hours to actually days. Now, if you want to pause your training, you can press pause, but you can resume the training only if the program has not been exited. So if you close the program or turn off your PC, you will need to start your training all over again, no matter where you have stopped before. Each stage takes 50 checkpoints it needs to cross. So at the end of each stage there is a certain threshold that needs to be crossed for the program to go to the next stage. Now, it doesn't happen every time. Like for me, I have never crossed that threshold, which is, I guess, is quite bad, but I got the results that I was quite satisfied even without it. Now, if you actually do want to cross to turn off your PC, but some stage has ended. Now, at the end of each stage there are 3 stages. The program does create a checkpoint. Now, if you have indeed turned off your PC after some stage has ended, what you will need to do is start the program again, select your dataset, press train, then press config. Here you will need to force stage if you want to go to the next stage. Then change the base to custom and select the folder with your checkpoint. Select the latest created checkpoint and go ahead, press accept and press start. Okay, and here you will be able to see that it does indeed start straight on the second stage. Here you will see a loss, which graphics eventually you will see it, and it should be as low as possible. So anyway, you need to complete 3 stages in order for your model to be functional. So you just wait for each stage to be completed. It will take hours to days depending on your PC. If you have completed the stage and it has started all over again and you don't have a week to train it, you can stop it after the stage has ended. Go to config for stage 2 or 3, but you need to go through all the stages accordingly. Change the checkpoint path to your last checkpoint, click accept, then click start. Then the second stage is over, you go ahead and for stage 3 select the checkpoint that is the most actual, and go ahead and press start. After all 3 stages are completed, this will eventually happen, so never give up. All you need to do is select your dataset, press export model, select output directory where you want this exported, select model checkpoints where your last checkpoint has been created, and click export. Now it will export eventually if you did train it. This is just a test for you, so it says that there are no checkpoints, which is fair, but how it will look like at the end, if you've done everything correctly, it will look something like this for you. There will be 3 files: a JSON file, is your model, a checkpoint, and a piece of example of your voice sounding. Now, after your model is completed, you will need another program and another of my videos to create voices which are actually emotional, and I will teach you how to implement them back into Skyrim. Until next time, thank you for watching. And don't forget to endorse all the beautiful mods that we have used today, and don't forget to put a good review on XVATrainer on Steam if you use that.